Hey guys, I'm LordMinion777 and welcome back to Are You a Robot? Episode 18! The show where we find out if our contestants are robots by asking them news trivia questions. Not a great system, but we've done it for 17 episodes and now 18, so we're not changing. This week we're talking about raining pork and super soldier mice. Here to discuss these important topics are our panelists! Hello, hey guys. Welcome. We have one newcomer, Dlive. Welcome to the show. Bob and Dan have been here before. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure, maybe. I guess we'll see how you perform. All depends. I guess I should go through and introduce you guys. So welcome to the show, everyone out there. Hello, audience. First up, the founder of Dlive. He streams on Muyskerm and is a Halo mastermind. Don't capitalize his S. It's Greenskull, everybody.
Ha! Ha! Yeah,
Hey,
look at that. Hey, it's a non-capitalized S. Look at that. Hey, just wanted to let everybody know I am, in fact, Lord Minion. He's speaking through me. He is now a ventriloquist. He's a really good ventriloquist, so it really looks like I'm speaking. See, there you go. Look, see, proof. This is me. Hello, I am LordMinion777. Follow me on Twitter. Thank you. Please.
Wow. Hey, Lord Minion, hands for feet or feet for hands?
Ooh, I'd have to say either or. Honestly, it all sounds fun. I just like a new experience.
Wow, you're like the most entertaining, intelligent YouTuber ever, Lord Minion. I love you so much.
I'm dead
It's
inside.
me. I'm Greenskull, capital S.
I'm dead inside.
Very big fan. Very big fan here. Vitamins. All right, next up. He's 6'4", hates postmodern architecture. Maybe, I don't know if that's true or not. And has purple hair. It's Bob.
Who says I hate postmodern architecture?
It says
I
you
have very
do. I don't
strong
know.
opinions about postmodern architecture, and I don't hate it.
Well, what are your
Am I winning
opinions
yet?
on postmodern architecture, Bob?
It's good. I didn't say I had in-depth opinions. I have strong opinions that it's good. That's all I got.
All right. Well, I appreciate. I'll make sure to fix that for the next show. I'll get that fixed right away. That award-winning smile. Bob. Here. I'm gonna give you an extra credit question to make up for our screw up there. For an extra bonus point, what is the quadratic formula?
The quadratic formula. Uh-oh.
I'm not looking it up.
I hear Googling. It's not me Googling. Oh man, he's gonna like punch me in the stomach if I don't think I know this one. I'm thinking of a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but I'm fairly certain that's Pythagoras' theorem.
No, that'd be Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah.
So I don't actually remember what the quadratic formula is.
This one's kind of a big.
I said that. Why is he getting applause for that? I said that's the Pythagorean.
I know. Thank you.
Pythagoras' theorem. Whatever.
Good old Pythagoras, my favorite of Socrates'
It's the
mentor.
Pythagorean theorem because Pythagoras came up with it.
I agree. Pythagoras.
I actually know the answer. I know the answer to
I'm
your
glad
question.
you agree that that's factual.
No, Dan, I heard your fingers.
No, I know it off
away.
by heart. In elementary algebra, the quadratic formula is the solution of the quadratic equation. There are other ways to solve quadratic equations. Instead of using the quadratic formula, such as factoring, completing the square, or graphing, using the quadratic formula is often the most convenient way. Off the top of my head. Thank you. That wasn't a lot of claps there. I knew that.
I did not know that I could barely get through the show. I'm not even through the intros yet. I'm already disappointed in everyone.
How are you disappointed in me?
Haven't gotten to me.
Did you know the quadratic equation, Wade?
Yes, it's x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He's actually right. That is actually what it is.
Yeah, well, he has it in front of him too. So
I do have it in front of me. I totally see
I was
it.
looking for some honesty. Wade,
cheater.
And you responded with underhandedness and deceit.
Yeah.
So I see how this is going to be.
What
I'm
example is this
Greenskull,
setting?
Remember, that's what I do. He's Lord Minion. That way.
Can't even point at the right one.
I am Wade.
I'm sorry.
We're all Wade now.
Greenskull here. Ready, down, live. I don't know.
Well,
Just introduce Dlive, for God's sakes.
All right. And lastly, and maybe for the only time after the way these intros have gone, if he doesn't come back, we don't blame him. You know him from his Five Nights at Freddy's animations and playthroughs, Little Big Planet 3. He's currently playing Suicide Guy. It's his first time on the show, so play that canned applause sound effect twice to show him some love. It's Dlive.
Hello, everybody.
Hey. Welcome.
Hello.
Dude. What?
What's my question?
What is your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness?
Yeah.
Oh, I could go real. Should I go mean, or should I go nice?
No, be mean.
Whatever you hear determines how the rest of the show goes.
For biggest weakness, biggest weakness, patience. I don't have patience. It's probably my biggest weakness.
well, then you're not a very good doctor. But
It's a good thing I'm not a doctor.
Oh,
that's a pun. We have fun. We have fun here.
Can I?
We have a lot of
Can I
fun
have
here.
a? Can I have a cool question like Bob? He had something like. That was like a job interview question. Like, what's your biggest weakness? What's your biggest strength?
you want a cool
Am I getting a
question?
job?
Okay.
I want a cool question.
Tell me the difference between Frank Lloyd Wright's prairie style architecture and postmodern architecture.
Bob likes the first one but hates the second one.
No, other way around.
That's the
Ding, 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 ding,
difference.
that's it.
Going off.
I took an
I'm going
architecture
off
class
cloud.
in college. It's the only reason I even remember Frank Lloyd Wright or prairie style
Flank Royd
architecture.
Light. Oh yeah, I love that
Yeah,
guy.
it's
Like,
yeah, Frank.
that's
It's
the-
just the Frank.
it's the
Lloyd-
free version. It's
a
the
Frank
free
Lloyd
version of
Wright.
Frank Lloyd.
Yeah.
Microtransaction heavy Frank
I
Lloyd.
don't know what postmodern architecture is either. Isn't it just like a paint smear on a canvas or something? Is that?
It's literally
kind of-
anything. It's postmodern is a whole other thing. It's a whole other thing. You can't describe it. You need to experience it. It's like the Matrix.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Or like those greasy spoon restaurants where it's like you don't want to eat there, but you have to experience it once to understand why you don't need to eat there, kind of thing.
I'm sorry. A greasy spoon restaurant?
Have you ever heard that term?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so here in the Midwest, at least in Cincinnati, that's a really common phrase. So a restaurant like a Waffle House or something that's like got good food, but it's known for being really greasy and maybe not as cleanly as like a $10,000 steakhouse dinner meal place.
Got it.
We call them greasy spoons.
So the only place I can afford to eat. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't see a problem with that.
I don't even know what your name is anymore. I'm confused. Oh. Well, those are the intros, guys. That's the most painful introduction process we've
We're
ever
really
had, I
hitting on a
think.
lot of topics that we have really productive and valuable things to say stuff about.
Hey, quadratic
Architecture,
postmodern
quadratic
architectural
equation.
painting is important.
You guys
True.
picked the right panel for those topics. I tell you what.
Well, I guess we know that our panelists probably aren't robots already, so let's start off by talking about our robot scale. Let's jump into our scoring system. So, Dlive, I'm going to explain this to you and all of our new viewers out here. Welcome to the show, everyone, again. This is our scoring system. The points mean a lot here. Everybody started off on human, but that's changing pretty soon. I can guarantee you that. And we have our Are You a Robot is all about determining if people are robots, and if not, where do we place them on this scale? So starting from the far left, we have our single-cell organisms. I'm lower than that, so I don't even show up on the chart. We have our reptiles, our Neanderthals, humans, our cyborgs, our androids, and our omnipotent AI. So we have a G, a capital G for Greenskull. Should be capital S, but I'll forgive it this time. We have our M for Muyskerm, Bob. And we have a D for Dlive. So
Nice.
there we go.
I thought you were gonna say D-Lice, which is a
D-Lice.
popular correction on the YouTube comment section for some reason.
D-Lice.
It's always
I don't know.
D-Lice.
Both sound like good.
That's upsetting.
D-Live and D-Lice. You want to
There's
D-Lice if you
D-Rice.
have it.
Then like if people
D-Rice.
misspell D-Rice, yeah. D-Rice,
D-
D-Lice.
That sounds like a
Olive.
really gangster name for like Condoleezza Rice or
Clive.
something.
Clive
D.
too.
Rice.
I don't know what Clive is. Clive.
C. Rice.
D Rice.
Yeah. D.
I can find that.
Rice.
So-
Just like
Well,
you could be like
I
that
have
that DJ who throws cakes at people, but instead you could just throw like pork fried rice at the audience while you're like DJing. D. Rice
I mean,
in the house. Just like pork fried rice.
everybody jump.
I don't think I would
Yeah.
throw the rice. I would just eat it because I love rice.
Just you're like
Okay.
microwaving
I'd be like-
on like
I'd be like,
you're
you
like
want
turning the
that?
table and microwaving rice. Like yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I'd watch
like
that. That sounds rad.
Audience, I'm going to ask you guys for your opinions here. Where should our panelists here start on our scoring scale? Where should Dlive start? He's our new guy. Where should Bob start? Where should Dan start? Let me
Can I put a
know.
request, audience? Can I put a request? Can I?
There's
I
no
wanna be
rule
a
against
lizard.
that.
No.
I want to be a lizard. I
Wanna
want
be
to
a
be a
lizard.
lizard.
I feel like when Kraken's on here, Kraken always wants to be a lizard too. Why does everyone always want to be a lizard?
Because lizards are cool. Who wants to be a robot when you can be a lizard?
Dan, I think, gets to be an android. Or no, a cyborg. He's gonna be a cyborg because he kind of like hacked all the information. He didn't have the information, but he was able to hack to get to it.
I absolutely had the
Bob?
information. That was
Where
all
does
in my head.
Bob? D-Live's a cyborg. Well, he wanted to be a reptile, but
Oh,
you know, Corey C says D-Live's a cyborg. I think
I feel
Tyler.
Bob could be human. Bob could
Bob
be
is omnipotent. I guess Bob knows all.
I agree with
Okay.
that.
Everybody
I
here
agree.
knows me by reputation.
He's
I appreciate
omnipotent.
that.
Omnipotent.
I'm potent everywhere.
I only called that the first 3 weeks.
Okay.
What would
Potent in all
Elon Musk
places,
say
at
if
all
Ellen was here
things.
today?
Elon Musk.
Oh, hey,
Moses.
Wade's here
Wade's
too.
here.
Hey,
Look,
Wade.
it's Wade.
Holy crap! I made an
Oh,
appearance.
yeah. No, he's that's true.
You can
Wade,
start
get
on the
up there.
scale
That's
today, buddy.
Yay!
I'll
Come
take it.
join me at the lizard.
Oh,
no!
Oh, he's lower.
Oh,
He's lower at
no.
single sound.
Corey
Oh,
says
sorry.
that Bob's a Neanderthal. That's a very big
He's
difference
like a
between
quark.
Neanderthal and omnipotent AI. You guys are all over the place with poor Bob here.
He had a big downfall. It happened quick.
That's the way it happens in life.
It's just-
They just hit you like that. And so
This
does
is a crisis.
How it
Rust
is,
and your
man.
chassis or whatever happens to omnipotent AIs. All right, well, I guess that's where we're starting. This is our starting scoreboard. So there we have it. I have high expectations that you will all be robots by the end of this. Can you guys see my face? Do you guys see me like that? Oh, awkward. All right, well, let's jump into our first segment here. The way the show is divided up, I guess I should explain, is we'll have 3 segments. We're going to have our gaming news quiz, where I ask each contestant one quick question to figure out whether they know this week's popular gaming news or not. Then we jump into our crazy creative gamify the news. Gamify. I really struggled there. Gamify the news segment, where we take a news story and turn it into the next great video game. And then we wrap up with a nice little true-false quiz at the end, where you guys have the odds to at least get one question right in your favor, but typically you don't. Then I'm disappointed. Then we score at the end. Everybody loses. We say goodbye, and that's it. Got that?
Does
Make
Bob
this
have
sound
the
so
same
fun,
headset as me? Bob, do you have the same
Yeah.
headset as me there?
Yeah, I noticed that last time
We're
we
all
were on.
wearing red
Yeah.
headsets. Team red headset.
Yay.
You're going down, Wade.
What? I've got no, mine's
You're
red.
going
It just
down.
looks like my chair behind me.
Wrong. With our
It's really
forces
a headset.
combined, we will crush you.
No. Well,
Wade, find some
Oh.
paint quick. Find some red paint.
I'll just lean back. Now you can't tell where my headset ends and my chair begins.
Except for the
I can't.
clear
I
outline
certainly
of your
can.
headset on either side of your head.
You mean the headset that goes out to here?
Oh, yeah.
Where are your
Sweet,
ears?
gaming
on your
news
neck?
quiz time. Let's get warmed up with
Cool.
a rapid fire gaming news quiz before I get called out for my definitely red. Wait. Hold on.
Oh, jeez.
That is red.
Hey!
No,
Oh.
no.
I win.
I'll
I
give
think
it
we
to
need
him.
a
It's like
certain percent.
so too late right now, Wade. Wade?
Nailed it. I'm going to ask each one of you guys a question based on this week's gaming news. Before the show, we didn't really do much other than say weird things that we probably can't repeat here. So I'm just going to ask you guys the questions in the order I introduced you to make it easy. So yeah, we'll go into the pre-show. Pre-show gets crazy. It's where all the ideas that we aren't going to use get thrown out there. Really dark, scary stuff. Dan, are you ready for your question?
I've never been more ready in my life.
Is your vocabulary malfunctioning over there? Vocabulator, is that the word?
Play games.
Cool. We're just going to stop you right there because we don't have 3 hours to let you finish your sentence. Attendees for a festival for which game received refunds after the game was unplayable due to glitches?
At Pokemon Go.
Yay! My friend Patrick was there, and he was telling me how much of a great experience he had.
Oh, that sounds like something.
20,000 people who attended the Pokemon Go Festival in Chicago this weekend were unable to catch the rare and exclusive Pokemon promised to be available at the event due to technical problems. And I quote, "This is the worst time I have ever had doing anything," tweeted one fan, who later left. Attendees received 100 Pokecoins for their troubles, woo, and a free Lugia, a Pokemon previously unavailable in the game. But I think the Lugia was promised to everyone who attended anyway. That wasn't because of the malfunctions. Like everyone who was attending was supposed to get one. So they got, well, how much? 100 Pokecoins. What is that? Like, is that $10?
Kind of like $20 or something. 10,
yeah.
$20.
And
so,
if only the organizers of this event had known that 20,000 people had pre-purchased tickets to show up for a pre-planned event and somehow anticipated that.
There was one phone provider who I guess ran tests, and everyone who had that phone provider was okay. But the other phone providers, I guess, just didn't work with all of their whatever. I don't know. But yeah,
I heard it was a hilarious train wreck.
I mean, the whole point of being there was to be able to do this. People couldn't log. Oh man.
Oh, Pokemon Go. Good times. Good times. Remember?
If it can go wrong, it will. Apparently, Pokemon also just issued a DCMA. Is that the do not continue? Is that what the abbreviation is for, like a do not continue or cease and desist as far as technology goes? Yeah. But basically, Pixelmon, the Minecraft version of Pokemon, was just told to cease all operations. So Pixelmon is no longer being worked on. Yeah,
Pixelmon's rad.
They shut it down.
They put so much work into that.
Yeah.
Yep, and overnight it was just gone with one letter. So
well, if they would go ahead and make a game that could actually, they got to make a game that can actually rival Pixelmon. Like, when are they going to make like an actual 3D? Like, come on,
3020. 3020 is the year that comes out.
All right. Well, luckily I have a cyborg, so I'll last that long.
I don't have a chance. Bob, are you ready for your question?
I'm sure I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have a choice.
I gotta read it anyway, so I'm just gonna. Yeah.
No, just do it. It's fine.
Okay. I'm sorry you're not ready, but here we go. Which multiplayer restaurant simulator comes to the Nintendo Switch this week?
Oh, is this? I think I heard about it. Is it Overcooked?
It is.
I love that game. It's such a good game.
I've never played it, actually.
I've beaten the entire campaign with my wife, and it's super fun. It's like
one
of our favorite games
we've played together. Yet. What's it out on?
It's on PC already. It's just on Steam, and we just play. Is it on Xbox too?
Yep.
Yeah, we played it on Steam, and yeah, it's a really, really fun game. And recently, I got to play the 4-player mode because we had some guests over. That is also insanely fun. That's exciting. That'll be really good on Switch.
That's cool. I'll have to look into that one. Let's see. The Switch is starting a larger library of games. So they've got more than 4 titles, which is what they had for the first year of its release.
They have 7 now.
They have, as one of 2016's biggest multiplayer titles gets a version called Overcooked Special Edition on the Nintendo eShop on July 27th.
Does
Overcooked
different
will cost
content?
$19.99.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
It is $20 basically, and includes the Lost Morsel and Festive Seasoning add-on content. So maybe it's special edition just because it has those 2 built in, the DLCs built in.
Those are good DLCs. I've also played both of those.
Okay, so I don't know if there's anything else other than that in the special edition, or if it just bundles it together. Not sure. But nice.
That's neat.
2 for 2. Dlive, no pressure on you, buddy. But here, you're ready for your question?
I guess so. I'm probably gonna get it wrong.
All right. I don't know. This is a franchise you're probably familiar with. A speedrunner has completed all 5 games in which Atom Punk retro futuristic game franchise in under 2 hours. Atom Punk. Man. Atom Punk is kind of a good clue, but it also is a little bit of a
I have no idea what that means.
weird sounding thing. I guess post-apocalyptic retro futuristic would be better.
Apocalyptic.
Yeah, Atom Punk I think is like an atom bomb cell kind of thing.
5 games? It was 5 games, like in a series?
Yes. 5 games in a pretty well-known futuristic Atom Punk franchise.
Oh, like
wait.
Atom.
Atom.
I thought you meant
ATOM,
like
as in,
Adam, like
Atom.
some guy named Adam Punk. I'm like, that's an awesome name.
No,
but I don't know what that
Atom.
means.
As in like
Atom.
atoms or
Got
atom
it.
bombs
Yeah,
or
yeah.
that kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of games I've played that have 5 games in the series.
Wait, can I give him a clue?
Sure, if you
Give
have
me
a
a
good
clue,
one.
Bob.
Yeah. By all
Well,
means.
Give me a
and so
clue.
this is
Help me
kind of
out.
also a question to see if I know it. Does this game also have like a mobile game that was pretty popular that sort of is like
Ah.
connected to the franchise?
Yes, it did. The latest
Ah.
game came
Yeah,
out
we
with
know
a
it,
mobile
Bob.
game shortly after.
Yeah.
That was popular
know
for
it.
all of like 2 weeks, but it was actually a pretty fun mobile game.
It was a fun little game.
Yeah.
Think.
That didn't help me at all.
I think the
This
only
is
way
really
you wouldn't know
bad.
about this mobile game is if you were sheltered or something.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Well, there's
I'm not
one
really big
day.
into mobile games, though.
Yeah, but you've heard of this. Like you have.
This was a big
I'm
deal.
blanking. Wade put so much pressure on me.
One
Okay,
day
listen.
their servers went down on the mobile game and they caught a lot of fallout for it.
They did. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Fallout.
Whoa!
I got it on his own. Whoa!
I was really
I
hoping
only
you
played-
wouldn't get that.
I only played one Fallout though.
Which
I've
one?
only played
Wow,
the most
really?
recent one. Fallout
Okay.
4. I always get into
Five's
games like
most
super late.
Five's most
Like when
recent.
BioShock Infinite came out, I didn't
Is
play any of the previous BioShocks.
That was 4.
4 is the
Did they
fifth
call it
game,
4?
Wade, because New
Four is
Vegas
the-
was
okay,
in
that's right,
between.
because
Yeah, New
New
Vegas
Vegas
was-
was
yeah.
called New Vegas.
Yeah.
I recently got into it, so I was like trying to think. It was like something I put so much pressure on myself. It was like it's something I have really familiar with, and I'm like, why have I played that has 5 games that's post-apocalyptic? I'm like,
Don't worry.
Every
You got it,
post-apocalyptic
man.
game.
No worries.
I know. Well, it's because
That
of you.
counts
Bob
on this
should
show.
get Bob should get an assist right there.
Nah,
So-
that
so we
counts
were
on the
referring
show.
to Fallout Shelter,
points
by
to
the way.
Bob. We can do that.
I mean, he gave it away. He said
Uh,
the actual
7?
word. So,
Well, what
I
percentage?
don't
Do
know.
you think
Bob
like
should get the point.
8.3% of the points should go to Bob?
I think like 99% of the points should go to Bob.
99%. Okay, all right. We can. Yeah, we'll just get that math
One
done up there real quick. Just 99% of that point.
On the scoreboard where the points are kept.
I don't. What is 99% of one
would-
point?
I would
can't
give
do-
Wade a negative point for giving a horrible like pep talk to me. He gets a negative point. He gets even lower on the scale. Gets even lower.
No. I'm the one who controls the scale, right? Like that's me. I get to do.
I am
you
the
do
one
it
who
then.
scales.
You
Be
can't
fair.
move.
Do it to yourself.
We'll see who controls the
I
scale
am
when it
the
pops up
scale.
next.
But the answer is Fallout. I guess I should read the little blurb before I forget here. With a final time of 1 hour and 37 minutes and 54 seconds, a speedrunner has broken the world record for the Fallout Anthology category by utilizing clipping, quick save glitches, and other shortcuts. The latest entry in the series, Fallout 4, proved to be the biggest obstacle, but the runner used a teleporting glitch called cover sliding to complete the series in under 2 hours. He beat his own record again 5 days later by shaving off another 39 seconds. So he beat all 5 games
Yeah.
in an hour and 37 minutes.
That's nuts.
fast.
Oh.
I've watched some
Yeah.
of those Fallout 4 speed runs too. The power slide glitch and some of the other stuff, the glitches they use to like travel around the map, where they like launch themselves into the air using it's insane the movement stuff they figure out in that game.
I'm not even done with one character creation in an hour and 37 minutes. Like, I don't know how you complete the games in that time.
For a character you'll never see again under the helmet, right?
I know. All right, well, everybody got their questions right. So, well done. Proud of you all. What do you guys think out there? See you later, Little Strawberry. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I don't control anything, AK. Well, fine. I guess you're probably technically right, but I like to pretend I have powers. And Kaylee Kane says, remember to eat your veggies. So thank you, audience, for your caring. Yes. Eat your veggies.
Topical input.
Let's move on to our next segment. I'm not going to mess with the scoreboard right now because everyone got their questions right. And I feel like it's fine the way it is. So we're going to move on to Gamify the News. So this is our second segment. In this game, I'm going to give you all a real-life news story. Just one. Maybe.
2 news stories?
That you'll turn into a pitch for the next great video game. You guys will be judged on the main character, gameplay, plot, any cheat codes, Easter eggs, or DLC, and then the title of the game. Don't worry about remembering all those little tidbits. I'll kind of question to make sure that we're on point here. So you're making a great video game. Just cover the important parts of a video game. Are you all ready? You're working together here, so you guys get to work together to create this.
Aww.
If you choose to split off onto your own, you'll fail, but you can try. Here we go. Round 1. Here's your news story. A woman steals a taxi, then proceeds to pick up paying customers. After a 65-year-old Philadelphia woman got into a fight with her cab driver late Thursday night, she jumped into the driver's seat and drove off. 30 minutes later, police pulled over the vehicle to find the 23-year-old woman and her infant daughter in the back seat. The mother told officers she had hailed the cab earlier, not realizing it was stolen. So, there you go. We need a fun game about a stolen... This sounds like just like a mini game in Grand Theft Auto, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say this just sounds like GTA.
That is a mini game.
Yeah.
In GTA.
It's like a DLC.
Let's call this game Grand Theft Auto. All right.
Grand Theft
and in this
Taxi.
game, there is a mini game where you can steal a
I need a
taxi,
mute button right now. Just
and you can go and pick people up in the taxi. All right. Grand Theft Auto. Crazy taxi.
that's too easy.
I feel like
I'm gonna
that
guide this a little bit.
exists.
What if you need to get? What if you're trying to get somewhere? Like, you're not a bad person, you're not a criminal, but you have to get somewhere, and the only way to do it is to, like, you either take more time and risk not getting to your destination, or you've got to do things like steal a taxi and make some money so you can. You have to make like these moral choices along the way to get to your final destination.
This is like
I have like an abstract version of this game.
Here we go.
Okay.
What if it's like this is going to rely kind of on a movie that's not necessarily everyone has seen, but have you ever seen the movie Catch Me If You Can, starring Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes.
It's about a kid who runs away from home and becomes good at forging. And what he does ultimately is he forges checks to pay his way to travel around the world internationally and stuff. But what if this game is about you are the person who you are a forger, you are a disguiser, and the whole game is to see how many different like taxi cabs or buses or trains or whatever, like you work your way up through different forms of transportation and different things, how many different like jobs you can just sneak into to make money and pay your way to go to wherever your next destination is. And you have to do like a good job of it. So like it's not like
So you
Grand Theft Auto.
essentially have
You have to like drive the taxi safely and not kill people, and you have to like, you know, if you're like if you're a waitress on one level, you have to like be a good waitress, and it's like Diner Dash. You have to do a good job and make lots of tips and stuff. And it's like it just ascends until you're like sneaking in to be the president of the United States or something.
The game of life.
Yeah, but you're like
where
a
you do a
counterfeiter
job and then
espionage.
get another job until you're the president. Life.
But you have to do a good job.
Forge your future.
Dlive, what do you think? Do you like this idea? Do you have more to add to it? What's your thought process?
I kind of like Bob's way of doing it, but it was more like if it can like start off with doing a taxi, but you kind of like infiltrate like other aspects of life, but it's like that's cool. But I think like becoming like a driver, like you know how people are like when they do like heists and stuff, there's a driver, there's like people who like hold up stuff. That's kind of what you start off. You have to like prove yourself by stealing a taxi or like stealing different cars, and it evolves into like that kind of game. You're the driver, and you have.
And
to,
in the
like,
middle,
do
you're in the
heists
middle
and
of a
stuff, but you gotta
heist.
prove yourself. Yeah,
Right,
but like you start off,
heist, but you gotta prove that you're still like a taxi driver, right? So you gotta be like
the show,
oh guys, everybody be cool. We gotta pick someone up quickly, all right? Like let's just like the cops are around us, they won't notice, but like I got a fare. I gotta pick this guy up, otherwise the taxi company's gonna be like, hey, this guy's not doing his job. Right?
I'm just imagining a taxi with like
take
4
off your masks
masked
for a
armed
second.
guys,
Yeah.
and then there's like a grandma on the back seat. The police pulls with her like, "Excuse me, are you those guys that robbed that? Oh, I didn't see that old lady in the back. I'm sorry. You must all be perfectly innocent. I'm gonna move on now."
They're just going to a costume party. I gotta ferry them there.
Costume party.
Brilliant. I'm into it.
Okay, so you're trying to work your way to some kind of criminal enterprise, like a mob or something.
You kind of have to like, you gotta prove yourself.
You gotta work your way into it. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the title of this game?
The Chauffeur.
The Chauffeur.
Makes you sound a lot cooler than you are in a taxi.
Rate me 5 stars.
I kind of like the Grand Theft Taxi thing, but then if it's not going to be all about the taxi.
Full-on rip-off, yeah.
So I would just go with the driver. I know there's the driver games, but the driver.
Yeah, you can definitely get slapped by some company for that one. Someone's gonna.
It feels like a Ben Affleck movie. What was the one he was just in?
You know what? I'm having a brainwave. I know what this is called. This is actually a promotional video game that was released alongside the movie Baby Driver, because our game has become exactly the plot of the movie Baby Driver.
I didn't even see that movie.
The game is just called Baby Driver, and it has like Kevin Spacey and the kid who is the driver on the cover of it, and John Hamm and all the criminals. And it's like a total tie-in, like sellout promoting the movie, like poorly made, bad physics engine sort of driving game. That's what we just.
I've never seen that movie. I had no idea that was the plot of it. But all right, we got our game.
I mean, it's not.
I'm just like an indie producer. I'm just like an indie producer who came up with this idea, and a corporation just came in and snatched it. I'm just crying in the corner. I'm like, I want to make this good game.
Here's $5 for your
Welcome to the real world, Dlive.
The underground name of the game is Dlive Shattered Streams.
Baby Driver. Dlive Stolen Dream. Coming to all consoles whenever Baby Driver's released.
Coming to Xbox 360 and PS3 this July.
Dlive 2 Flat Tire.
Oh God.
Oh no. Do we have any illustration of our Baby Driver movie tie-in game? Oh dear artist.
Let's see what
we do.
What? We got
Baby Driver.
Oh my God.
There you go.
It's a baby driving. Yeah, but like, what is going on over there? Like, that looks real exciting. I want to play this game. The middle one, that looks dope.
Yeah.
That was
Dlive's I guess this is the catch me if you can.
Yeah. Dlive's title's on the middle. Dlive and Bob and Dan, your guys' game's in the middle. The right side is what happened whenever the company bought it. That's what they turned it into.
Yeah.
No, too real. This is too real right now.
It's just like it's
created and developed by EA.
When the publishers get involved. Oh man.
Did you just womp for EA?
I did. Everyone hates on EA. I don't know. Everyone hates on EA. There was a company that came to mind.
Someone's got to be hated on.
Yeah. Well, there we go. There's Baby Drivs. Baby Drivs?
Baby Drivs.
Baby Drivs.
Baby Drivs.
Baby Drivs.
Yep.
I like it.
Baby Drivs. You got to get around copyright.
All consoles and VHS at a Blockbuster near you.
How do you play it on VHS?
Coming soon to a Hollywood video near you.
Yeah.
Baby Drivs.
Dan. There we go. Ooh, Star Boulevard.
Gold Star.
All right. Round 2. Now that we got Baby Driver, the game, done. Sorry, Dlive, about that being bought. Hopefully at least compensated you while taking your time.
I mean, yeah, I got money now, but now everybody hates me for turning that beautiful game into trash.
Well,
I can't make another game.
You're like the No Man's Sky guy.
Yeah.
Right? You just take your money and run, and everyone hates you.
I'm just gonna go hide on a private island. Bye, everybody.
See ya. He's gone now. Round 2. We have our Dlive lookalike here to fill in. Round 2.
Sweet.
New game. New story. Again, just one news story. Here it is. A brain implant turns beta mice into aggressive fighters. Neuroscientist Zhao Tingting of the Chinese Academy of Sciences has developed a so-called the tube test, where 2 mice are placed at opposite ends of a tube and have to shove one another aside to get out. The mouse who shoves the most other mice out of the way will win the dominance game. By stimulating the area of a mouse's prefrontal cortex associated with effortful behavior, the researcher was able to unlock strength and determination in mice that would usually lose the dominance game, causing them to win almost every time. So I don't know if you guys followed that. That was a lot of words to basically say 2 mice ran into each other.
They
They
basically made
discovered the
mice.
angry zone in the mice's brain and can stimulate
Yeah.
it to make them angrier.
Yeah, you know what I'm feeling
Yeah.
right away here. I'm feeling this has definitely got to be a mobile game. Something that you click away with every now and then, and you got to up your stuff, right? And you got to like get your mouse to be able to get past other mice, right? And as you proceed through levels, you set your mouse down, you upgrade his resilience, you upgrade his his anger, right? And you get there and you're like, all right, go little buddy, and it's relatively interaction free because it's a phone game, so it's all about getting that stuff going, and then you watch your mouse essentially go and try to fight through this tube to fight the other mouse, and every now and then you can have at least like one power up per round where like you tap on him and he's like, bah! And he like beats the crap out of the other mouse. And that's something like like king of the lab, right? It's because it's a king of the hill game type, but it's they're mice.
I was just wondering to myself if angry mice would be too
Yeah,
Too on the
close.
nose.
too
Too
much
close.
infringement.
Too close. I was trying to get a clever like
Okay.
hill pun that
Mad
sounded
mice.
something like mice.
Mad
but-
mice. There you go.
Mad
Mad,
Mad
mice.
mice.
Bad mice.
mice.
This
Fury
feels
Tube.
like a ripoff of like the Hulk. This is like the copyright-free version of the Hulk, where it's just a mouse instead that hulks out,
It just goes
but he
Hulk.
turns red
Not a
instead of
mouse.
green or something.
That's
Who
the
gets really strong
microtransaction,
when
right?
He's
If you-
angry.
You spend your dollaroos on like green potion stuff that you feed to the mouse. You're like, whoa!
Instead of Hulk, he's called the Mulk. Instead of human Hulk,
Mulk.
it's Mouse
Mulk?
Hulk.
The
Mulk.
Drink your milk.
Drink your Mulk. No, don't
Drink your milk, kids.
Oh gosh.
So let's elaborate here. Are we good with the mobile game? We want to stick with the mobile game.
Let's
'cause-
elaborate. Huh?
I think it's a mobile game, but it's only out on iOS, and there's no Android version because it's
Wait,
one
why?
of those mobile games.
Exclusive.
Oh,
It's
one
an
of those,
exclusive
yeah.
One of
iOS.
those mobile
No, they just
games.
couldn't find
those.
any Android devs to make it happen, and they were like,
Ah.
whatever, everyone has iPhones.
Were that
Wow.
still true? What year is it? 2010?
Kate Cat, I
What's
really
it called?
appreciate how every game just goes back to H-bomb. We have H-mice, H.
He's not even here.
I know. H-baby
Come-
driver.
Oh my
H-
gosh, somebody in chat just totally owned. Coming soon to Ouya.
So, ooh-yah, yeah!
Most successful console ever to
Yeah,
launch.
heck yeah. How about
Mulk. What sort of horrible Hulk ripoff name could it be? Mulk. It could be like a mouse that gets stronger when it's angrier.
The
That's just the
incredulous Mulk.
Incredulous Mulk.
The incredulous Mulk.
that? Wait, no, wait. I got a tagline. I got a tagline for it. All right. Which beta mouse will become an alpha mouse?
Wasn't that just like the thing I read almost?
You
sounds
didn't
very
say alpha?
familiar.
You didn't say alpha? Well, that was the point. Was that they're
You're
beta
right,
mice,
I
and that's
did
like the
just say
type of
beta.
mice they're using. But no one wants to be a beta mouse. You want to be the alpha. You want to be the king
no,
of the
they're
ring.
using mice. They're just
That's not the
whenever
species.
one mouse loses a lot, they're
I know it's not the
labeling it a beta.
species, but it's like a type of mouse. You want to be the alpha. Let me have this.
Okay, you got it.
But
you're
there's
so
no title.
passionate.
It's just called a tagline.
It is the tag. Yeah,
That's a
correct.
very long tagline to the game.
That's correct.
It's bigger than the title.
When a mouse
correct.
that happens to be the beta wants to become the alpha, the game.
And it's called
Wow.
Two
Two
Brothers.
Brothers.
That's what it's called.
Two brothers.
Too much.
All right,
The
I'm on board
laboratory
with that.
mice.
I think in order for the game to keep going, he has to eventually break out and like turn on the scientists. Like he uses them and he knows that he's gonna get out, but he's got to keep using them so he gets stronger and stronger
That's
until
the
he
final
gets out. And
boss.
then the game works. It starts going and he'll like expand. He'll get bigger. So then he'll like be knocking down buildings next, and then he's completely in the universe at the end game, knocking planets around. So he just gets bigger and
So like
bigger
Katamari.
and fights bigger things.
And the scientists
It's
don't
like
want to hurt their
Katamari Mouse Edition.
experiments, so they send like drones in and like paper airplanes and stuff.
Oh
to try
yeah,
to
he'll like
stop them.
start like he'll like it'll like transfer to like other places where he'll be like fighting elephants and rhinos and bears and stuff. But as he gets bigger, he's like fighting. He's always got to fight another animal. So he'll just keep getting bigger.
It starts
and
with
bigger.
mice. It ends with planets.
Because then
the
that
game.
has a lot.
Alpha
It has like a lot of progression.
Yeah.
It won't get boring
Yeah,
because
I'm into
he'll
it.
like
I'm
get
into it.
transferred to other environments and get more powers.
It's
more
like
powers.
Rampage. Like at some point it turns into Rampage, right? Like you're
It's
going
like
through town
Katamari
and, like,
meets
punching out windows
Rampage
and stuff.
meets mobile,
It's everything.
Meets a generic mobile game. Yeah.
and it's called Two Mice Brothers.
Well,
Two mice. Where's the other mice brother? No one
why is
knows.
there two?
It's the
It's gonna
one
be-
he
it's gonna be-
starts off dueling, but he's so
There isn't
powerful that
one.
the Mice Brothers
There's
explode.
gonna be so many theories on this game where this other brother is. There's gonna be like little
Yeah.
tails like woven in, like
It's kinda
that's the
Five Nights
brother
at
right
Freddy's
there.
lore. Yeah, like
You
it'll
never find out.
have characters that
It'll have so
recur
much
and that
lore.
they come back and there'll be lore and theories about the lore and stuff.
We can't give away the spoiler here, guys. We know who the other Mouse brother is, but we can't tell you all right now. We're saving it for the game release.
And it
And
turns out
Alpha,
that
Beta, Mouse, the tale of two mice that are brothers,
play your
but also
character?
have to move past each other. The game, Alpha, Beta, Mouse.
It's a
two
human.
brothers.
you're a human turned into a mouse. That's the twist. You get to the end, and the boss guy you're fighting is like, Craig, Craig, is that you? And he's like, Squeak. It's like, Craig, I need to kill you. I can't let this be known that I put a human mind inside a brain. And the
Why
mouse
is
all
this
like,
mouse guy
Squeak.
screaming like at the guy?
He's screaming
Craig,
at the mouse.
Craig, can you hear me?
Well,
Just
he's
suddenly like-
passionate. He's a passionate scientist, and he needs to let him know that he's about to die.
In earlier parts of the game, you get to see the scientists interacting, and it's like, "Oh, hey Gary, you got the numbers on the? Yeah, I got the numbers. You want to see my conclusions? I did science.
Check out my quadratic formula.
It's just the kind of guy he is. Can't help it.
He used to work in like the nursery ward of a hospital, but he could be quiet. We need to let these babies sleep. But they eventually had to get rid of him because he couldn't keep his voice down.
He was a factory worker and it messed up his ears.
We're being a
We have
factory
any
worker
artwork
to a
of
Wow.
two mice.
Jesus
We got so much
Nursery-
lore here. It's great.
nursery. Oh my! Oh wow!
Oh my God.
Rage.
You know what this looks
Rage
like?
out.
This visual looks like the bonus levels in Earthworm Jim. You know, where you're flying through space on the rocket. You know what I'm talking about? You guys play Earthworm Jim? Good times.
Nah.
I
Right,
never.
that's fine.
I've not played
It's a pretty
Earthworm
cut
Jim
mouse,
in a
though.
long time. I don't
That's
remember.
right.
He's
Yeah,
already
right, come on.
ripped.
It's a good game.
I mean, he's got a power up already. He's up on 2 feet. He's up on.
Yeah.
He's up.
Yeah.
He's up.
He's like ready to
He's already got
punch
an
people in the
advantage.
face.
Yeah, I just want to
Yeah.
say of all
Rich.
games I've heard on the show, this one is super plausible. Like I'd play this. Like this just makes sense to me. This looks dope.
Are you saying our other games aren't plausible?
Absolutely.
What about Baby
yeah.
Driver? The movie tie-in.
No, that's
disguise
awful.
tactic?
Why is he crying? Is he sweating? I
No,
think
he's
is he
sweating.
sweating?
He's wearing.
He's either
No,
sweating
it's-
or he's got
Or is that a
ear
tag?
drain.
knows
Is
he's
that
in
an ear tag?
It's an ear tag.
I think it's a
Craig!
tag.
Looks
Yeah,
like
he's
Mr.
elaborate.
can you hear me, Craig? Why are you sweating?
Beat him up, Craig. Put him in a body bag.
All right, two Mice Brothers Alpha Beta the game with longer title words. That was round 2, everyone. Let's move on to round 3, our last round of Gamify the News, where we're gonna turn 2 news stories into one
Moses.
game. You guys wondered why I was saying one news story this whole time. Well, it's because we have 2 this time. There you go. Story 1. Frozen pork falls from the sky.
Oh.
Travis
What?
Adair of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, at first thought he was hearing thunder, but after checking outside, discovered multiple bags of frozen pork had landed on his roof and around his home. Labeling on the packages showed they originally belonged to Jim Williams, who lives 170 miles away in Mayaca City. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. But Williams, who doesn't own a plane and is not a pilot, couldn't account for how the meat ended up on Adair's roof. That's story 1, the mysterious pork fall of 2017. Story 2. Canadian Mounties seek public's help in locating a missing grenade launcher. A case containing a 40mm Abrams Airborne Manufacturing Incorporated less lethal multi-launcher. That whole thing is the title. It's like Dan's last name. And its related ammunition was one of the items missing after a driver transporting equipment for the RCMP found the back hatch of his transport truck was accidentally left open.
That would
We
be
are
so that would be
very-
Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Royal Canadian RCMP Mounted Police, and it's
Yeah.
Mounties, not Mounties. Mounties. Come on, you're talking the Canadian here. Get it right. I'm sitting here correcting all your words.
You're interrupting me to correct me.
It's
You're
important.
Not Canadian.
Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Today we can all learn something here today.
You're
I
more
knew
like
that one
those people
already.
in Cleveland, Ohio, man. Ugh, don't talk about it.
Wow.
We are very concerned about the loss of these items and are doing all we can to locate them, says Staff Sergeant Annie Lintau, Senior Media Relations Officer. We ask anyone who locates these items to refrain from handling them and to call police immediately. So
I got it already. I already have an idea.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
I like
What's
this.
up?
Guy already found this grenade launcher. He ain't giving it back, but instead he's not using the grenades. He's using the pork, and that's how the pork got on the roof. He's shooting pork at people.
Oh.
What?
He won't be
What's
caught.
his-
If he's shooting grenades, he'll get caught really quickly. But if he's shooting pork, no one knows. Like people are like, "How does this pork happen? Where does this pork?"
Well, I
come
mean, he
from?"
did leave
They don't
his
know.
name on the packages, which might have been his mistake.
Yeah, but no, he stole that pork.
Yeah,
That
no.
wasn't the guy who had
yeah,
the
it's
I'm
not
pork.
right.
his.
This
I'm
is a
right
guy.
with you, Dlive.
This is a guy who found the gun, and he's like, grenades. I'm going to be caught. Pork.
I can
Frozen
I
pork.
can see.
They're going to be like, this is a prank. This is a prank, and they're not going to worry about it. And he gets to keep that grenade pork launcher.
What's our gameplay? Is this kitten cannon with pork, or is there
It's
a
kinda
whole other
like-
game?
I mean, like you had that game
Action.
Hatred. It's kind of like the same thing. It's just like free roam. You just do what you want. So you could
Going
just run
around.
up to people and shoot them with pork, or you could just go watch TV.
Point blank range.
With
I
your-
mean-
yeah, you shoot people with your pork.
Yeah. For what it's
There you go.
worth,
This
if
how
you
you
got
hold
like
a grenade launcher like this. That's right.
you
Yeah,
got
just,
smacked
you
in the
just shove all
face.
that pork in, and you shoot it.
you can kill someone with that. Like frozen pork
Yeah.
to the face, like
And
that hurts.
If
Can
it
you
doesn't
imagine
kill
that being
them-
on your tombstone? Died from a
Thump.
pork launcher.
That's worse ways
And
to die.
if they don't die, they get free pork. So like they're getting something free out of it.
Survival of the porkiest. That's your title.
Well,
Not
Yeah, it's pork more or something like this. I don't know.
Ooh, dangerous.
I just
title.
I like
Dangerous
this pork
title.
launcher.
Yeah,
Pork
I was right
more.
with you, D-Live.
Bob, you're in charge of
hard,
the advertising
vengeance.
and title and everything.
I'm gonna
I just
go
got
ahead
the idea. I'm the
and,
dev. I have to. I'm the dev
yeah.
from before. I have to stay underground.
So
Live
my
here, let
my
anybody know.
Or pork hard.
I was with you, D-Live, but I saw this. I don't know why this whole scenario just strikes me as it's a Gary's mod game mode. Is what it is. That's
Okay.
that's what
Oh.
got me, because the pork launcher. It's like a mod where you can use the RPG in Gary's mod, but you can launch anything that you can find on the map. And so it's a game of like, what can you
Start
launch
off
out of
with
this
pork.
thing that will do enough damage? The pork is like the ultimate weapon,
Grandpa.
but you can also launch other stuff. But you're trying to like
That's like
kill everyone
the
else,
end
whoever
game.
has the pork
That's-
launcher.
That's like you're looking for the pork, but
Yeah, if you find
gotta
the freezer
make
full of
do
pork,
with whatever
You've
you
won
do.
the game.
Yeah, pork is like it gets into the gun and it's like full powered. It's like glowing. It looks like radiation. It's like, yes, I got the pork.
Mm.
But if you like
Swine
shoot, like,
launcher
a chair
3000.
or something, I like it.
I'm into it.
I can't say
I'm into
anything. I can't put my name on it though. I have to hide, or nobody will
Well, so
buy it.
if this is a Gary's mod game mode, it could just be called Porkmore then, because that's
Pork.
sort
Why
of
not?
appropriate for Gary's mod stuff. Yeah,
Gmod Porkmore.
The pork each other game.
Gmod
mode.
Porkmore.
Yeah.
If you guys
I'm
don't
into it.
know what we're subtly referencing, you don't need to worry about it.
It could be Gmod Pork Cannon,
Pork
that too?
cannon.
Pork cannon.
because then people will look
So-
at it and be like, "Poor Cannon. Why is that Cannon
Oh,
so
and-
sympathetic?"
And because it's
It's
Gmod,
like, no,
you
no,
can
no.
have so many great maps, right? Like so many
Pork
great maps. You can do
cannon.
it like Swine City, Pork Palace, right? Like
City.
Pig Place, right? You got
Or
you
Hobo
can kill it.
Factory.
You got all these fantastic map names. You can
Yep.
just go around
Big pen.
porking it up, just pork all day, just porcupine.
Oh,
Oh, that got sad fast.
that pig sounds angry.
Well, I mean, you are probably launching its family around.
Right, there you
There's
go.
like a
Clara's
little
got it. You
portion.
can always you can
Your
have
little-
great Go
There's
ahead.
a little portion of the map where there's pigs and you can like shoot the pork at them and you can just see them get sad. They're like, no, my family.
Oh, gee, this is getting
Oh,
dark.
Oh wow! It's like an Easter
Or they're
egg in the
just
map. If
watching-
you do that,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
swarm of pigs
Hey,
comes out of
we get
nowhere and
extra-
just insta kills you.
We get extra points for Easter eggs. We just already got an Easter egg.
Mm-hmm.
That's an
Yeah,
Easter
there
egg.
That's
you go.
true. That's a good point. I'll give it to
Hey,
you.
you can always drop to have your character always pull out like great lines, right? Like Clara says here, like "nice to meet you," thump, 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 right? Like things like that. Brilliant. And just drops them as you go, and you're like, "Yo, dude, way to kill it with your one-liners," right? Awesome.
And
Awesome.
The DLC
That-
could be like other meat launchers. It could be like beef, the beef launcher, chicken launcher. Telling
Cow
you,
launcher.
this can go far, but I can't put my name on it. I have to hide.
It's got tons of. Welcome to
It's
not
got-
D-Lives. Live free
It's
on
got-
Walmart.
Totally made by that
It's
man
got
who made
unlimited
Baby
pork
Driver,
abilities.
the game. Oh,
From the developer of not Baby Driver.
Baby Driver. The developers who did not make.
Do we have
Baby
any
Driver.
art of our pork launcher game?
Preferably of the pork launcher killing
Yeah.
you.
Oh, boy.
That's
There's
sad.
the angry.
Oh, there's the
Like a
angry
whole
pig
pig.
family coming after
Oh my
you.
god!
It's a bacon bonanza.
Oh no. I like how the pork being launched out still has a full pig head on it. It's not even just like a
I know.
pig
Just going.
top, it's a full pig.
Jeez.
Yo, this guy's coming after you though. You watch out for this guy. You gotta take him down and then fire him out of the cannon.
Well, there's
Oh, there's
snap.
more.
There's
Oh,
gonna be a whole
jeez.
horde of them.
Oh yeah, we have a
It's
whole
turning
horde
into
of
a
pigs.
zombie game. It's turning into
You know,
a
I kind of
zombie.
like. I don't think this is necessarily intentional, but it kind of looks like the player character has like headphones on, and he could be like super like dope, right? Like just like going. He's always blasting tunes. You can't even hear the outside world. He doesn't even care. He's just like rocking out and just like porking it up, just having a time. Yeah, see,
There we
He's
go.
killer,
Now
man.
it's
He doesn't
Princess
care.
Leia.
he doesn't care at
It's
all.
like a character from Jet Set Radio Future now.
Yeah, right. He's just dude, why not? He's got rollerblades, so you move fast, and you could like grenade launcher jump with it, like shoot backwards and be like woo, just like fly along.
I feel like I'm having a flashback. My game's changing to the
Oh,
corporation.
so-
Yep, there you go.
That's what happens.
No.
Live. It happens.
You
Another
made
like
the
sacred-
Gary's mod mode, but then somebody took this mode and they made a full game about it. They took your idea and
Turned into
expanded upon it to make their own
zombie
game.
Rollerblading. This was not my
from free
vision.
mod to purchasable game. There you go. Just like Gmod itself.
Audience, I need you guys to
Oh,
keep a
wait.
mental note here. Keep track of points for these rounds.
I can use this because I'll be like, hey, and I could come out and said I made the mod and they snatched it up. This is what happened before, and now you guys get to see it. I'm now free. This was a whole plan. I didn't know about it until now, but this was a plan.
You've escaped from your developer duties. You've gotten away.
I know. I can develop a brand new game, and everybody will buy it now because they're
You
like,
got
he
to launch
made that.
pork launcher all the way across to somebody else's lap.
This is
I mean,
done.
this is dope.
I somehow
dope.
like went into hiding and went out of hiding very quickly, but it worked.
What was our final title, Bob? Do you remember what our final title was for this one? Do we have a title?
I don't
for
think
this
we
one, guys?
came up with one. I think it was Porkmore
Pigs
was.
can fly.
I think
Porkmore.
Porkmore was the mod name,
Pigs can fly.
but the game name is going to be something else. The game name has to be something else.
This
like
summer, pigs can fly.
The game.
The,
I mean,
The
technically they're-
tagline. It's all the same.
it doesn't
That's it.
matter.
We need keep track of your scores over there, everybody. We're gonna move on to our final. We've only got 7 minutes left of the show technically, so we're gonna try to get to our last segment here. We look at that. Oh, there's our flying piggy. See you later, flying piggy.
Why?
So to rehash our games, we had our disguised taxi game, Baby Driver. We had
Baby
our
Driver.
Two Mice, the game. And then we had Porkmore, the Gary's mod mode. So well done there, everybody. I think. Hopefully, everyone out in the audience, everyone out in the audience, gonna buy these games. You know, you guys gonna buy these games.
I would
Uh-huh.
definitely buy the Pig Launcher game.
Uh-huh.
And every YouTuber would play that game, and you know it. Every YouTuber would play that.
Not
I don't
wrong.
know.
Probably.
I just want to hear the story about the mice. Craig!
Craig!
Craig, I
Can you hear
can't
me,
believe
Craig?
you made it out, Craig. You're as powerful as I could ever want, and now I must crush you.
Giving away the really emotional final scene.
I'm spoiling the
house.
the fight, the big fight, the climax. It's good though. It's good though.
Audience, keep track of our robot scale scoring out there. We got to give points at the end here, but we're going to do our last segment here. Player versus pop culture. Fake news is a big problem today, so here, have some more of it. In Player versus pop culture, I'm going to give you guys 3 news stories. 3. One of them is true, and it's your guys' job to figure out which one that is. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ready.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
And you guys can either agree or go on separate paths. However you guys want to do it during this segment's fine. It's free for all. You guys can join up, whatever. I just asked that if you actually know the answer, don't give it away until the other two have made their votes. Is that fair? Good. We'll give you guys a chance to disagree. Round 1. Smoky and mirrors. If television has taught us one thing, it's that all police officers go through months of rigorous training to be able to slide on the hood of their cruisers to get quickly into the car. Which of these stories about ironic arrests is true, and which 2 are false? So which one's true is the most important part here. First news story. Police in New Jersey serve warrant to the lead singer of Warrant, the band Warrant. Story 2. Police arrest a man named Felony on felony charges. Story 3. 2 officers in Indiana attempt to arrest each other for impersonating a police officer. There you go.
I mean,
So
they all seem possible.
Warrant getting a warrant, Felony being arrested on felony charges, or 2 police officers not knowing the other was an officer trying to arrest each other for impersonating an officer.
For no reason whatsoever, I pick 3.
Okay. Bob's going with 3.
I'm going with 2.
Dan's going with 2.
I'm going with 1. I think 1 is the most plausible. No, not.
Right.
I think that one's the most plausible. I think.
Story 3 is false. Police officers didn't arrest. Story 2. Police arrest a man named Felony on felony charges. Is true. It is story 2.
What a weird name.
Felony Ed Hudson was the guy's name. Led police on a multi-state high-speed chase in a stolen car after a hit-and-run last Tuesday. Gresham police arrested Hudson on charges of felony kidnapping, felony assault, felony possession of a stolen vehicle, felony attempt to elude police by vehicle, reckless driving, DUI, and attempt to elude on foot. So felony is in a lot of trouble. Good luck,
his
felony.
parents told the future. They named him appropriately. His parents were right on the money.
Other child's name was Pope.
Oh,
Man, Felony's balling.
Look at that
he has
golden
2 L's
shape.
in his name?
Oh yeah.
Yes, there
He
are
already
2
had
L's.
it.
Fell?
Oh, okay. See, that's more believable with the 2 L's.
Yeah, it's like
kind of like
I guess
Anthony.
I'll spell them out loud for you.
What? How is that kind of like Anthony? What?
It's the O-N-Y. It's like Anthony. It would make, I don't know, 2 L's. I don't know. I think it looks like I didn't think it was possible because I didn't think anybody would name their actual child after a word that's bad. So that's why I assumed that Warrant would be served to the lead band of Warrant. They could be like a crazy rock band. I don't know. But now it makes more sense. I agree.
Nice job, Dan. You got that question right. I know that you used your logic and deductive reasoning skills, and you totally didn't just guess there. So well done.
Thank you.
Round 2. Trick or treat. That's what it says. I don't want to. Even if ghosts are real, the worst thing they can do is knock a vase off a countertop and whisper creepy stuff. So they're basically just an invisible Garfield. Which of these stories about lame hauntings is true, and which 2 are simply illusions? Story 1. A couple left spooked after train ticket from 30 years ago mysteriously appears in their home. Story 2. Man calls police to report a ghost. Turns out to be his wife sleepwalking. Story 3. Paranormal researcher disheartened after ghost he caught on camera is revealed to be a Madonna cardboard cutout. So, ghost Madonna cardboard cutout, sleepwalking wife, or a mysterious train ticket from 30 years ago.
I want both
Ooh, this is
2
a hard
and
one.
3 to be true. Those are both good stories.
Yeah.
They
I don't know
are.
which one's actually true, though.
This is tricky.
I'm gonna go with the Madonna cutout because I just wanted to be true. Number 3.
Okay.
It's just hilarious.
Madonna for Dlive.
I was leaning towards number 3, too. I don't want to...
Go with me, Bob.
I'll go with Dlive.
Go
Go
with
with
me.
number 3.
All right,
All
all
right.
in. I'm also on 3.
All in. Police call to report a ghost. Turns out to be his wife sleepwalking. False. That was not the true story.
That's too bad.
Pity pity.
The paranormal researcher disheartened after ghost he caught on camera was revealed to be Madonna cardboard cutout. Also false.
No. Is the
A
stupid
couple was
train
less
tickets
spooked
true?
after their train ticket.
That's
from
even
30
lamer.
years
You
Hey,
know what? He
the-
gave us a clue. He gave us a
piece of
clue and said it was a
Game
lame.
hauntings.
Ugh.
He basically
Game
gave
haunting.
us the answer before the
A piece
question
of
was even
garbage
asked,
from
'cause
my
the other
past
two
is
were
still
awesome.
existing? Oh,
Yeah.
it's a ghost.
I don't know if it was their train ticket. It was just a train ticket.
Whatever.
let's
That's
see.
stupid.
Well, they found
Harriet
it like, under
Hunt.
a box or something.
Posted on Facebook asking others to solve a mystery and explained how her partner Ryan Omer was surprised to find a 30-year-old Metro card in perfect condition in their newly built home. It's a newly built home.
Spooky.
I guess that's a little bit interesting. Facebook users point out the strangeness of the date on the ticket, 8888, and a medium even told Harriet she believes it was a powerful message from the angels and spirits. When asked if she thought anything paranormal was going on, Harriet said, "The only strange thing is that our daughter, who was only 2 last week, constantly talks to someone called Pedro."
Oh, daughter. I thought you said
I thought you said
doctor.
doctor.
I thought you said
did
doctor
too.
who was
Daughter.
only 2
Daughter.
last week. You have a
I was
2-year-old doctor?
Dr.
I was like,
Baby
what?
Driver.
That's
game.
spooky.
I thought you.
You know
I
what
thought you
though?
meant, like,
You know what
driver.
though? If I was a construction worker, if I like built homes for people, that would be
Yeah,
a
mess with
hell of a prank. Just like keep a bunch of like historical like train tickets or like a weird like a
Yeah.
picture or something, and like when you finish the house, just delicately, just like
Well,
ooh,
it could
a
have been found while they were digging it.
ghost.
While they were digging the foundation, right? Because like I had a when I was little, like my parents were like building a house, and like there was just this huge hole, and it was on farmland,
Well,
and so there was like these like cow
I'll counter
skulls and just
that.
like the weird stuff.
I'm going to counter that because this is a Metro card in perfect condition. So this is something that somebody
Perfect
would have,
condition.
like,
Maybe it was in a
people-
box that was underground.
Everyone
I
buries
really
their
wanted
own.
to save that Metro card.
I've got
Yeah,
plane
it was in a
tickets
time
from
capsule.
every convention I've gone to buried in the basement.
Yeah.
You
Just in
laugh, but
case one
when I
case-
was like when I was younger, I kept all my concert tickets from every like rock show that I went to in a little
Maybe that was a
thing
big
in
deal.
my room. If I went
That's
and found
fair.
that at my
I guess
parents' house, I'd
Maybe it was like a
have
big,
Rock on the
important
Range
trip.
tickets from
It
1999.
could have been. Do these people?
Well, there we
speak
go.
some-
There's our train ticket ghost.
It's not ghost stuff. That's stupid.
I don't know. Their 2-year-old daughter talks to Pedro.
Spooky.
Spooky Pedro train ghost.
Ooh.
All right, it's time for round 3. You got cosplayed. Dressing up like your favorite pop culture character can be a fun hobby unless that character is the Human Torch. Then you're just setting yourself up for failure. Oh. Ooh. I don't want to read about cosplays gone wrong. That seems like an entire different Reddit thread.
I'm gonna do
Which of these stories about people dressed as superheroes is true, and which 2 are false? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yep.
Story 1. I almost said round 1, but this is story 1. Comic-Con attendee dressed as Iron Man requires Jaws of Life to remove him from his costume after a failure with his apparatus. Story 2.
Damn.
Pokemon cosplay convention canceled after neighbors report wild animals on the loose. I want that one to be true. Story 3. Man foils Starbucks robbery by hitting Optimus Prime with a chair. What?
The guess Optimus Prime was the stealer, was the thief.
Oh, so the thief would have been wearing an Optimus Prime mask or
Yeah, he went to go steal.
and foil Starbucks robbery by hitting Optimus Prime with a chair. Okay, there we go. So there's the Optimus Prime chair, Pokemon Animals in the Woods convention, and the Iron Man Jaws of Life.
I'm gonna deduce this one. I'm gonna Sherlock Holmes this. The Pokemon cosplay story is made up because they were thinking about the PokeCon story from the earlier Gamify stuff, and they were like, let's morph that into a made-up story. Comic-Con was this past weekend, and while they were coming up with that, they were like, let's make up a Comic-Con story. And the Starbucks robbery has nothing to do with cosplay. It was just a dude who bought like a $2 Optimus Prime Halloween mask at a dollar store and then tried to rob a Starbucks. So number 3
adding
is
on
true.
to your deduction, Sherlock Holmesing with you. The Jaws of Life are crazy mechanical and powerful, and you could there's no way this suit would have been made out of car door. There's no way you would need the Jaws of Life. So I'm going with 3.
I'm gonna go with 1. I'm just gonna go with it. I think it's 1. I think it's 1.
All right. The Pokemon cosplay convention is false. You guys got that.
I knew that.
The Comic-Con attendee dressed as Iron Man requiring the Jaws of Life to remove him from his costume, also false. It is, in fact, a Starbucks robbery.
I wanted it to be
I'm
the
Sherlock
Starbucks
Holmes.
robbery.
Confirmed.
You are Sherlock.
Can I
Sherlock
be Watson?
Bob.
I'll be Watson.
But I give Dlive points there for being brave. I award bravery points.
I was brave. We had 2 rounds where everybody went with the one. It would have been 2 rounds in a row. So I was like, I'm thinking maybe. I'm like, some people go crazy with their cosplay, and I wouldn't put it past somebody to do like a metal costume, trying to go
as
to
soon
the
as you
next
said
level.
it, I was like, he might be right.
No way.
Yeah.
I was just
'Cause
like,
that
I
would
was
be-
thinking, I'm like, someone
Just
probably went to like the
can't.
next level with these costumes. Some of them
That
like,
would
That would
still-
happen at San Diego
There
Comic-Con.
is.
That's where that would
I
happen.
will say there was a story that came out about a father who built his daughter a working diva costume, Overwatch
that was
diva.
awesome.
They had like a wheelchair as the base so it could roll. The legs didn't actually move, but the guns
No,
moved
the legs
around, made
moved.
noise, lit up. There was a
Yeah.
cooling
What?
system built in.
Did I see a
There was like a
different
wheelchair at the base to
Diva
make it
wheelchair
roll.
cosplay? The one that I saw, the legs did move. They were attached to the wheels on a system, and the legs moved while it walked forward too.
Perhaps maybe the legs do move, but I just know the actual movement was the wheelchair wheels moving it.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, though, no matter how crazy your costume was, you could definitely get out of it with just like a mechanical saw. Again, Jaws of Life. Just go look up after this. Everyone watching, go look up a video of the Jaws of Life. It's actually scary and impressive. There's no way that you could have a costume that would require the Jaws of Life because it's nutty. It's nutty.
I kind of want to build a costume that requires the Jaws of Life to get out of now, just to prove Dan wrong.
car protection standard where you could get hit by a truck and survive.
there's gonna be an article in the next few months. Somebody was listening to this and they're like, challenge accepted.
Dan's gonna be like, no way,
Master Chief suit.
no way, don't believe it, not possible. He's made up his mind.
False.
I guess I should give more story about this robbery though. Here, a man in Fresno who was wearing an Optimus Prime mask was hit from behind with a chair as he wielded a knife and a fake gun at a Starbucks barista. 58-year-old Craig Jerry wrestled the would-be robber to the ground and was able to disarm him before he escaped. Craig! The masked man was captured later by police, and Jerry was treated at the hospital for cuts he sustained during the altercation. He's expected to make a full recovery from the bruises. Officials, not officials, officials,
Well,
because I like to emphasize the wrong part of a word,
omnipotent.
have not located the Allspark. Darn, no
Nice.
Allspark.
Nice.
Thank you. I didn't make that joke up. All right, well, that's it. Well done. Audience, if you guys have been paying attention out there, we need the score. Can we bring up our scoreboard? We gotta give our scores before we do our outros here.
Hey, I got an S now, and it's lowercase.
Less. Kind of like a big personality, little brain almost kind of thing going on there.
Oh.
Wow.
Dang.
What?
Wow.
I meant me this time, but I guess if you want to just assume I was talking about you, Dan, then you can.
Mounties.
I'm more like a Wade tease.
Wade tease. Wade. Wade.
We're always running over. Yeah, okay. We're just good talkative people here. We have fun with this show. We always run over on time because we're fun and we just we get into it here.
We have fun.
What do
here.
our scores look like, guys? Where should Bob be? Where should Dan be?
What's the
Where
next
should
level?
Dlive be?
Lizard.
where I belong.
Bob gets a level
lizard.
up.
Dlive
Bob-
wants
Can
to
I be
stay
the
lizard.
unicorn wizard?
Unicorn wizard. So Bob should be the face of the artificial intelligence. By that you mean omnipotent AI. Bob should be a robot. We should become a fidget spinner again. Everyone, even Wade, is an android.
Never again.
Ooh.
So Bob's the face of our omnipotent AI.
I'm the third ball of the snowman.
Dlive's
He
still
looks.
just
He's like
hanging out
missing
with
no.
our-
He's missing no.
Yeah, he's the letter MYI shaped one because they're all shaped like letters of the alphabet.
All on omnipotent. I vote what Strawberry says.
Yeah, you would, Dan.
Dad, a caveman.
Dan a caveman. I'm not.
Dan's a
Okay.
Neanderthal.
Oh,
Dan's he's going up to omnipotent AI. Ooh, we're teasing it.
I'm like the foot. Oh,
We're
Ooh.
teasing it.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh,
where's it gonna
Dlive.
go?
I'm so
Train
yeah.
ticket
There you go,
ghost.
Dlive.
Whoa.
Train ticket
Whoa.
ghost.
Oh, no, he's
Pedro,
gone.
is that you?
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Pedro,
hiding.
bring back Dlive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, well.
What?
Don't put
That's
it there. Don't put
better.
it there. Let's that's better.
Bob.
That's better.
How you doing there, Bob?
Everyone is a piece of the omnipotent AI that is the show Are You a Robot? We are all
Okay,
pieces of the
nice.
AI. Except for me. I'm
Yes, we are.
going to float off down in like Hawaii or something. But
Wait, you didn't even play the game. How would you possibly have determined whether you're a robot or not? It's not. That's not how
Oh.
the system works.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
We should determine.
this would hurt
for
my
Wade.
feelings if
Us-
I had any, but robots don't.
Us three should
Oh.
determine
See?
that. Wade.
Robot, I just proved it.
Yeah.
Proved it. Deserve to be a robot now.
I'll
Well, there's
give,
all of
I'll
our
give,
votes.
You could be lizard.
What?
You could be lizard.
Yeah, Wade.
I feel like Minion's a lizard.
Thank you.
Yeah, he
I'll
can
take
have
it.
like his W can be like his hat.
I'll be the
Yeah, he'd be a
lizard's hat.
Lizard hat.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
everybody
lizard.
imagine the W on the lizard's head. It's gonna be a nice little lizard hat right there.
I'm imagining it.
You picture it, you
Yeah.
see it.
I see it.
Every
see
now
it.
and then the W appears from the sky, but this time I think we're just gonna leave it off and we're just gonna imagine it's an
You
imaginary
could
W.
just
on
flip the M upside down and
No,
get
don't
rid of
flip
the
me
M and
upside
make
down,
that
I'm
Wade.
fine.
yeah, that's
I'm
an upside
Upside
down.
down.
Yeah,
Make him the
They're
W.
very different.
It becomes Wade.
But,
No, it
this is,
becomes the same letter upside down.
Nope. That's a W.
This is it, guys. This is our score, final score. Apparently, we're all pieces of the AI machine. Kate Cat, Strawberry, Rosie Becker, Rianne, AK, Lilith, Mackinson. Thank you all for showing up. Appreciate it. I think Mackinson fell asleep there and hit his head on the keyboard. Thank you all so much for coming out. I guess we're gonna say our goodbyes here, so you guys can all tell us where to find you. So let's start with you, Dan, or Minion. I don't even know what your name is anymore.
I made a bird. I made a bird with
Wow.
my hands.
How
Look at
did
my
you end up
hand
on the end of the scoreboard? You just belong at the other end.
Look, it's a handbird. I'm flying. Fly
Where
with
can we
me.
find you,
Fly with
Handbird?
me to Twitter at Greenskull. Hit me up and be like, "Hey, at Greenskull, are you actually LordMinion777?" And I'll reply, "Nah, fam, I'm at Greenskull. I came back."
Wow, I'm both amazed and disappointed or happy. I don't know what I am.
Also,
Greenskull,
Instagram,
everybody.
RULDAN, RULDAN. Follow me for selfies and pictures of cats. Brr, 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 brr.
Don't say cats and then make Uzi noises. All right, you're done. We're moving on.
My cat
Bob,
player's
where do we
guns.
find you at?
Like on YouTube, youtube.com.Muyskerm and Twitch TV/Muyskerm and Instagram Muyskerm_from_YouTube. Still my favorite username choice I've made to date. I'm doing a little live stream like in 20 minutes, so you could come hang out if you want. Playing Fortnite. You guys played Fortnite
Join
yet?
Bob. Yeah, join Bob.
Super
He's
fun.
He's self-promoting right now for his Fortnite live stream. Check it out at twitch.tv/Muyskerm.
That's me.
Nice. Nice plug, man. That was good.
Been practicing
Last.
in the mirror.
But not least, Dlive, where do we find you at, buddy?
I'm at Dlive22891 on pretty much anything, and yeah, I post videos and I post dumb tweets and I stream occasionally, so you can find
He's
me
got
there.
a puppy. He posts pictures of his puppy too.
Yes.
Don't let him fool
Yeah,
you.
Louis.
Louis is
Best
adorable.
puppy.
All right, well, thank you all so much for joining. Thank you, audience, for being here. I'm Wade, LordMinion777 on YouTube and most other things. Minion777 on Twitch. Thank you all for coming out to Are You a Robot? Episode 18. Stated for episode 19 next week, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific. Same place, probably-ish. Until then, goodbye. Goodbye, panelists down there. Goodbye, audience. Until next time. See you guys.